Good morning. This is a Zoom strength and balance class with me, Hannah, with my dogs and my children also present, but hopefully not too involved in the class. You will need a set of weights. I have a set of 3-pound dumbbells, a pair of these. 2, 3, or 5 is probably the most appropriate weight for this class. If you don't have weights, you could do everything body weight or using 2 evenly weighted objects from your home, like some soup cans, bottles of water, etc. You'll also need some space to do your class, the class. My space is being shared by this dog, but that's okay, I can push him out of the way. And some water. All right, I'm gonna just dry mask because I've been talking already. We're going to begin. There will be a couple of strength exercises that have a floor option. I will also give a seated option, so if the floor isn't right for you today, you can take the seated option. All right, we're going to begin with a warm-up. I was going to jump straight into squats, but let's do some warming up first. You'll need a chair as well. A couple of things will be if you need seated option or something to use to balance yourself for support when we're doing the balance exercise. All right, Luton's going to help me warm up here. We're going to try not to stand on his tail. We're going to stand up nice and tall and start moving our feet. Yeah, are you helping? Are you being a nice boy? Yeah, you are. All right, moving those feet, standing up nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders, moving those arms forwards and backwards. Good. Let's take those shoulders up towards our ears and relax them down. He's seen enough. Good. Great, one more. And let's roll those shoulders. You may have noticed that my warm-up is basically the exact same every class I teach, but you know what? All these moves work. It works for me. It's fun to change up the exercises, but really when we're working out, when we're exercising, consistency is kind of the key. It's the magic part. Bring his arms out to the side. Repeating the same things over and over with some variation is really what will allow you to see progress. And the same kind of warm-up. When you find something that works for you, sometimes you don't need to change it up too much. Good. Let's reach his arms forwards. I hope some of you have been swimming, been out on the lake. I did go to the beach on Friday, actually. I didn't swim. I just sat and talked to a friend, which was nice. Let's go back in the other direction. My children are kind of at an age that one can be, I'm watching him in the water and it's very shallow, but he doesn't need me in with him, and the other one doesn't care for the swim, so he doesn't go in. So that's kind of a magic time at the moment. Good. Oh, let those arms loose. Work them out here. We're going to keep marching. Pick those hands up, press them away from your chest, pull them back. Press and top. Press and pull back. Press, pull back. Let's push his hands up to the ceiling, pull them down. Push and pull. Push, pull, push up, pull down. Good. Pick those hands up, we're going to circle our wrists. Tap your toes here as you circle those wrists. You have some fruit, Robin, so an apple or an orange.
What's the apple and orange?
Well, you can have other fruit if you're ready to find it. Okay. Open and close those hands. So stretch your fingers out. Okay, fine. Stretch them out.
Yeah.
Squeeze. Stretch. And squeeze. Yeah, you bring it here. Stretch your fingers out. Squeeze them together. We're going to tap our fingers to thumb. Got it? Don't bring it in there. Don't bring it in there. Tap those fingers to thumb. 2 Labradors and snacks in the same room is not a good combination. Robin, bring those out from there. All right, shake those arms and legs out. We're going to look at those hips. Feet hip width apart, we're going to circle those hips nice and slowly. Big inhale, exhale. Moving nice and slowly. And back in the other direction. Good, let's stand up here. We're going to pick up one knee, bring it out, step down, pick up, back in, and down. Bring the bag in here. Pick it up, out, and down.
You like that?
In, and down. Let's switch to the other side. Pick that foot up, out, and down, up, back in, and down. Looping. Up, out, come here, and back in and down. Some days we have absolutely no child interruptions, but all of them this morning. All right, let's grab that one foot. Touch your toe, touch your heel. Toe, heel. I just love this exercise for warming up feet, ankles, lower legs, toes. Really does it all. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Let's switch to the other side. Tap that toe and that heel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Good. We're going to pedal our heels up onto one toe and then the other, adding one arm in and then the other. You got it. Let's bend and press those hands away. Bend the elbow, press those hands away. Bend, press, bend, and press, bend, and press, bend, and press. Good. Back to that march for a second. And let's take a nice big inhale. Reach those arms up. And exhale. Good. And exhale. And one more big inhale. And relax down. All right. Quick drink if you need it. I just have a dry mouth from all the talking. We're going to start with a squat. You can do this as a sit to stand if you prefer, and I will demonstrate that first, but for the workout, I will just perform this as a squat. So if you're using a chair, we're going to be doing a wide squat and a narrow squat. So your feet are nice and wide. And from here, you're going to stand up, sit back down, bring those feet together, and then stand up, sit down. So wide and narrow. Those of us who are standing up, we're going to take those feet out nice and wide. We're going to begin right away here. We're going to sink down, stand up, bring those feet together, down, and up, feet out apart, sink down, stand up, feet together, nice and low to the ground, and up, step out, and in. Step out, nice and wide, sink down, stand up, and in, down, and up. Keep going, a couple more, out, nice and wide, and in. Feet together, nice and low, stand up. Feet wide, sink down, stand up, and in. One more, nice and wide, sink down, and up, feet together. Very good. Let's pick up one of our weights. And I hold it here at your chest. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. My feet are hip width apart. My knees are soft. I'm going to hinge at the hip. So stick that bum out behind me. Exhale back to center. Nice and relaxed grip on that weight. Keep those shoulders engaged. Think about pulling that belly button in towards your spine. One more. Sticking that bum out behind you. Good. And then we're going to do a couple of leg raises here. So standing up nice and tall. I'm going to put myself close to the wall, so something to hold on to. You could use your chair or the counter or the back of the sofa or whatever you're using. Standing up, we'll reach that one leg forwards, to the side, and behind. So you're moving that leg at the hip here. Good. Trying to keep that upper body nice and tall. So we're not pitching forwards as we raise that arm back, raise that leg back. Just keeping nice and upright. One more. And then we'll switch to the other side. Good. Forwards, to the side, behind. Forwards, to the side, behind. Forwards, to the side, behind. One more. Forwards, to the side, behind. Very good. All right, shake those legs out. I just need to duck my head into the other room. Have a drink. Going to go back to the beginning of those squats. Sitting down, so using the chair if you need to do a sit to stand, if you want that extra support. You also, if you don't feel like you need quite the support of the chair, but you need something, you can hold onto the back of the chair. You can have a hand on the wall. If you just need a little bit extra support there, just need a little bit extra help. All right, we're going to walk our feet so they're a little bit wider than, so I guess they're about shoulder width. So nice and wide. Turning your toes out slightly here can help those knees kind of point in the correct direction. So we want our knees to always be moving away from us, not coming in. Quite often when I see people squatting, we see people bring their knees in. Makes it more difficult. And all it is it just is your legs aren't quite strong enough to keep those knees out. And that's okay. But turning your toes out can help your knees come out. We don't want to see knees in. We want to see knees going out. So let's walk those feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. And here we go, squat down. Big exhale back up. Move those feet together. Same thing again. Nice and wide with those feet. Squat down. Stand up. Feet together. Down. Big exhale, stand up. Good. Feet out nice and wide. Repeat. Feet together. It's very easy to not get that bum very low when your feet are narrow there. So let's make sure we're really doing a full squat when those feet are together. Feet wide. Feet together. We can get the full 8 each, I think. Nice and wide. It's good to challenge yourself. Feet together. Good, feet wide. Big inhale, and out. Feet together. One more each way. Feet nice and wide. Feet together. Very good. Let's pick up that weight and we'll repeat our hip hinge. So holding that weight nice and relaxed at your chest. I'm just going to turn this way so you can see that hip hinge movement. Knees are soft. When we hip hinge, you stick that bum out behind you. So nice and slow on the way down. Exhale back to center. Good, nice and slow as you lower down. Big exhale back up. Last one. Very good. Pop that weight down. And we're just going to switch to those leg raises. So again, I'm close to my wall, which is just off camera here, for some support. So reaching that leg forwards to the side and behind. Good. So we're working those hips for this exercise. That hip hinge works your hamstrings and your glute muscles, the ones in your bum. And then the squat works your quads, so those thigh muscles. Forwards. It's also, your squat is really good for, works your glutes as well. And also really good for knees, ankles, and feet. So really, we're doing almost all of them. Not working our calf muscles quite as much, but they're still playing a part. Good. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Good. My legs are shaking a little bit. Let's have a drink. And we're going to go right into some upper body work. Super. Let's pick up one weight to start with. Standing with our feet hip width apart. Always soft knees. Let's bring that weight right up above your head. You're going to bend your elbows to bring that weight and back to center. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see that. Weight is right up. My arms are extended as high as they can be. Bend the elbows, bring that weight behind your head. Back to center. Good. Nice and slow on that way down. Good. 2 more. Here's 1 and 2. Good. Put that weight down. We're going to pick up the other weight. Again, I'm going to stand to the side so you can see this. A weight in each hand, feet hip width apart, soft knees. We're going to bend over slightly, stick your bum out, standing at about 45 degrees here. We're going to roll up one arm and the other. So picking that weight right up, almost so it's in your armpit, bringing that elbow right back. And the other. Now we'll do both together. 1, 2, squeeze your shoulder blades, and 3. Good. Now we'll go 1, the other, and 3 more. 1, slowly on the way down. 2, and last one, 3. Good. Let's stand up. We're going to keep a weight in each hand and bring those weights up so they're kind of about chest height. These elbows, I want you to tuck them into your sides. Imagine you got a $50 bill under each elbow. So you want to keep them still. We don't want to let it fly away. We're going to open our hands, but keep those elbows tucked in. So open and close. Open and close. Good. Open, close, open, and close. Nice and slowly. Keeping those elbows in at your sides if you can. 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Put those weights down for just a second. Shake those arms out a little bit. And then we'll pick up the one and go back to those tricep extensions. So standing up nice and tall. The weight is straight up to the ceiling. You're going to bend your elbows, bring that weight behind your head. Exhale back to center. We're doing 8 of these, nice and slow on the way down. And here we are halfway through. Two more. Very good. Lower those hands. Let's grab the other weight. Feet are hip width apart again. Nice soft knees. Bend over here. We're going to row back one arm and the other. One arm and then the other, and then 3 with both arms together. 1, nice and slow on that way down. 2, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and 3. Good. Now let's go one arm and the other. One arm and the other. 3 together. 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Keep those weights in your hands. Stand up nice and tall here, and bring those weights towards your, kind of just below your chest here. Elbows, tuck those in at your sides. Keep that $50 bill tucked in there. All right, out and in, nice and slowly. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Keep that going. We'll do 3 more. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Great, very good. Put those weights down, grab a drink. We're about to do the 2 exercises that have a floor option. I will show you the seated option to begin with, and then I'll be performing the one on the floor. So if you feel confident getting up and down off the floor unassisted, or if you have somebody there to assist you, then you can go ahead and choose that floor option. But if that doesn't feel like a good option for you today, take the chair exercises. So sitting up nice and tall, our first one, we're going to do a seated knee raise. So you're nice and tall with that upper body, pull that belly button in towards your spine, and we'll lift one knee and then the other, placing it nice and slowly on the floor. Second exercise, we're going to stretch one leg forwards and then raise that leg. At the same time, you're going to raise that opposite hand to the sky. And you can count a couple on each side, or you can alternate. Good. Stretch out. Good. Like this. All right, people on the floor, you're going to come down to the floor. So, move my camera a little bit. So, whoops, not like that, not like that. There we go. So down to the floor if this is what you're choosing. And you're going to lean right back, lay right back. Feet are flat on the floor to begin with, and let's take those feet up. So people who are seated, you can go ahead and start those knee raises. People on the floor, I'm going to touch that toe. Good. Nice and slowly. Pulling that belly button in towards your spine. We're working some low, some deep abdominal muscles here. One more on each leg. 1 and 2. Good. Both feet to the floor. All right. Next exercise. We're going to raise arms and legs to the ceiling. Oh, sorry. Yes, Rupert. You got to use the step to get on the toilet. Okay. Give me for a second. I don't want to help you, but right. I'll lift you on. Okay, where were we? Back on the floor. If you're seated, you're going to do that arm and leg raise, opposite arm, opposite leg. If you're on the floor, feet are up, arms to the ceiling as well. And we're going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg to the floor. Nice big inhale as you reach. Exhale, back to center. One more on each side. Good, relax here. All right, next one. We're gonna repeat those two exercises. So seated knee raises if you're seated, and then those toe taps if you're on the floor. So pick those feet up on one foot at a time. Just touch that toe to the floor, nice and slowly. Oh my goodness. Just almost got decapitated by a dog. Didn't really agree with my life here. One more on each side. Why are you doing this moment? Our younger dog got spayed last night and she's just now feeling like she wants to do this. I'm glad she's feeling better, but I can't say that it's not what it was. All right, we're going to do one more. That opposite arm, opposite leg raise, an extension. So if you're seated, opposite arm, opposite leg. I'm going to try and put my here. Feet up, off the floor. If you're on the floor, reach those arms to the ceiling. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Big inhale as you reach out. Exhale back to center. They sound really vicious today. I think it's just because they haven't wrestled like this for a while. Nice and slow. Let's do two more. So one more on each side. Oh, two more on each side, sorry. And now one more on each side. Nice and slow, reaching out. All right, relax. Relax, feet down. Okay, if you're on the floor, walk those feet over to one side and we're going to let those knees fall in the other direction, rolling you onto your side, using that top hand and then that bottom arm to push yourself up to seated. You mean a silly boy? You mean a silly boy? All right, from here, let's roll over so we're on our hands and knees. And you can bring one knee up or crawl yourself to your chair. Push yourself up here. All right, very good. Grab a drink. Warm that dog out. All right, let's have a drink. And we're ready for some balance. So we're going to start with our feet very close to each other, close as they can be. Standing up nice and tall. Relax those shoulders away from your ears. Press those feet down to the floor. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Keep that chest tall. Let's reach one arm to the ceiling. And then the other. Good, let's bring both arms up. Take some deep breaths here. Bring those arms out to the sides, or reach forwards, see those palms up and down, and up and down, up, down, and relax down. Good. Going to move our feet so they are maybe a little bit wider than hip width apart. And we're going to shift our weight from one foot to the other. So my heel comes up off the floor, but I don't take that foot off the floor yet. Just moving from side to side. Nice and slowly. Good. I'm going to add my hands. So as I reach to the right, move to the right, reach that right arm out. Same thing to the left, reaching. So really moving all my weight onto one foot and then shifting onto the other. Good. And as I move to the left, I'm going to reach my right arm across. And the same thing the other way. Just moving nice and slowly. Really reaching out nice and far. A big shift of that weight. We're also adding a little rotation exercise, which is nice. One more on each side. Good. This time as you shift to the left, let's take that right foot all the way up off the floor if you can. Fold it here and then the other way. Good. Forwards and backwards. Not forwards and backwards, we're going side to side. One more on each side. One. And another. Good. All right, we're going to tightrope walk a little bit, which we've done quite a few times before. Heel to toe steps as we move very slowly forwards and backwards. This time we're going to do it in a circle. So little heel to toe steps. Moving yourself around in a circle. The size of the circle obviously depends on the space. Mine is very small because I'm trying to be seen by the camera at all times. Good, let's pause here and turn around so you're facing the other direction. And keep it going. Good, pause here. Now you can turn and face the other direction and keep going forwards, or if you want to, you can heel and toe in that circle backwards. It's quite difficult. You might want to slow right down. It's also difficult there, so I was trying not to step on the dog. So all the way around here. And then pause and let's turn around, and again keep going forwards if that's better. If you want a bigger challenge, you can go backwards. Good. All right, let's pause that before I knock that plant over. Struck me with his leaves every time I went past. All right, what's next? What's next is having a drink. And then we're going to stand up close to something to use for support. So I'm next to my wall. I'm going to turn myself this way so I don't bump the dog. I'm going to take the weight onto my right leg. Take my left foot forward so my heel is touching the floor. Standing up nice and tall here. I'm going to take that heel up off the floor. You can see just a couple of inches, so not very far off the floor. Trying to relax that foot that is on the floor. It's nice and comfortable here. Reaching that same side arm out in front of me. Whoop. And the other side arm if you can. Holding onto the support, holding onto your chair if you need to. Good, let's relax. And then step the other foot forward. Take that weight onto your opposite leg. Step that one foot forwards. Heel comes up off the floor, just a couple of inches. And then raise that same side arm. And same side arm, or opposite arm. Both arms are up now. Good, and relax. Great. Good work. We're going to now take it onto one foot again. So I'm just going to attempt to be away from the dog. Taking my one leg, my weight onto my right leg. Left foot comes up, so my toes touching the floor, and then bring that foot all the way up off the floor. And we're just going to stand one foot off the floor. Nice and easy, relaxed here. Relaxing the shoulders. Looking up and ahead. Deep breaths. We're going to raise one arm to the ceiling. And then if you can, raise that second arm up. Bring those hands together, down into that prayer position and hold them here. If you're holding on with one hand, that's okay. Good, and then slowly put that foot down on the floor. Excellent. Let's try the other side. Take the weight onto one foot, and then slowly take that other foot up off the floor. Standing nice and tall. We'll just hold it here for a few moments. Thinking about keeping that foot on the floor very relaxed and looking up and ahead at something that isn't moving to help hold your balance here. Reach one arm to the ceiling. And then the other if you can. Bring those hands together down into our prayer position, and then let's just hold it here. Relaxed in that foot. Good, and relax his feet. Excellent. All right, let's have a drink and we will stretch. One arm comes across your body. Stretch through that shoulder a little bit. Good, standing nice and tall. Taking deep breaths. And the other way. Good. Interlace those fingers. I'm going to press those hands away from your chest. Stretching through that upper back. Good, relax again. Let's reach one arm to the ceiling. I'm going to bend that elbow, and with the other hand, you're going to bring it up to see how close you can get those hands to each other. And then just hold that here for a moment. Reach those hands towards one another. If you can't touch, that's okay. But you can see, you can try. You can see how close they'll get. Good, relax arm, relax that top arm. Same on the other side. Reach that one hand up. Bend. And see how close you can get those hands to each other. Good, relax both arms here. We're going to sit down. Good, we're going to sit up, sit back in your chair. Pull that one knee back towards your chest. And then let's circle those ankles nice and slowly. Back in the other direction. Good, relax that foot. And let's pull up. Circle that ankle. Back in the other direction. All right, pop those feet down. We're going to bring those feet out nice and wide. Turn those toes out with our hands pressed back on our knees. Just a little bit on the inside of those knees to keep those legs apart. Sitting up nice and tall. Take nice deep breaths here. Good, bring those feet back to center. We'll sit up nice and tall. A little bit closer to the edge of your chair. Take those hands, reach back behind you. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and stretch those fingers out. Raise that chest, look up and take a big inhale. And as we exhale, wrap those arms around yourself, give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Pat on the back. Thank you very much for joining me on this Monday morning. I hope you have a great rest of the day and hopefully see you a little bit later in the week.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.